God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New York Jets and the Seattle Seahawks. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Seattle. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson to throw. That pass complete to Moore. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Wilson to Moore there for a Jets first.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play action now. Wilson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Alton Robinson able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Now it's Lockett. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Seahawks at 11-4 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
From the 50, it's Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Smith on 1st down. He completes this to Walker. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
Here's Walker. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at...
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had... Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. First and goal from the 1. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Ken Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
Got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. Wilson to Wilson there. Zach to Garrett for a Jet first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is James Robinson trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The tackle made by Boye Mafe. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They go play action with Wilson.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt.
Returnable for Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
It'll almost push them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And Walker has it. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
So if you're going to play charades at home, make sure you grab him, because for a running back, he sure did a pretty good wide receiver impression there. Going to line up in the slot to the left side. And a lot of times, as we well know, running back routes aren't as crisp as wide receiver routes. But this one, more than adequate for that play.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this, because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And he is going to have a Jets first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Wilson now off the bootleg.
This pass out wide to Hall. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Touchdown, Jets.
Elijah Moore.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Jets have cut it back within a score.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now Geno. It's caught. Lockett.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
50 seconds to Mike. Watch the flash. Watch the flash. Tight go, tight go, tight go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Smith, he finds his man, complete. It's Walker. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now Geno on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Walker.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight. Check, check.
Here's Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half for not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson.
He's got the connection to Moore.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Again, Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the out.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10.
And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Walker.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
John Franklin Myers collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run. Walker.
And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now it's Wilson.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Don't give him enough. Don't give him enough.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Trying the left side with Walker.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
67 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 14. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
Now Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. Touchdown!
Kenneth Walker
From 6 yards away.
And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
58, right over there, yeah.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Carter straight ahead.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Carter once more.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Myers' kick is good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side, and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson.
On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson.
72 yards.
And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And they hope to polish things off, and what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
Jermaine Johnson there to bring him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
104 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Running left on the handoff, Carter. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. In motion, the tight end.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Geno.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Running right, here's Walker. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
So the victory here for Seattle.
Well, if you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for the Seahawks,
they solidify their spot in the playoffs as they run their mark to 12-4 on the year.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.